Hello, everybody. Welcome into this Love Monday, February 14, 2022. Okay, so might not be, the lovey-dovey show of Talking Fitchburg, but it is Valentine's Day, and we're hoping you're having a good Valentine's Day. I got to spend my Valentine's Day working from home with a sick one who's in back playing with the whistle right now. So if he joins us for the show today, you know why. But we've got a great show coming up for you. We will be talking about Valentine's Day. I got a little bit for everybody, whether you're single, whether you've got a family, couples, and some great one-liners too coming up here. Well, I can't say one-liners, but some good messages. And Andrew and I will read through those and try not to laugh while, providing you your the best love expert stuff we can provide, because that's what you wanted from us. And we'll check in with the Fitchburg Star. Our star, Kimberly, will be here, give us an update on council. But first, let's get to some headlines. And we start with a sports update. If you haven't been watching, Fact TV does cover some sports from the Verona Area High School. We got another one coming up this week. Boys basketball, Friday. Give me that reverb, Andrew. February 18th, Beloit versus Verona. 7:15 p.m. in Verona, and it's going to be a good game. It'll be live right here at Fact TV. Our coverage starts right at 7:15, so we hope you'll tune in for that. And last week, if you missed out, we had a couple of games. We had the boys basketball game on Thursday, February 10th, in Middleton versus Verona, and we also had the girls basketball game on Friday, February 11th, Madison East versus Verona. You can check both of those games on our channel right here, Com Channel. And you can check when that's going to air. Just go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. All right, there's many things that can be done to prevent falls, and we want to make sure you stay safe. And falls happen all year long. Well, it is wrong too. There's definitely a lot of things we can do to prevent them. Help change the statistic and give us a call today. Yes, this is the Aging and Disability Resource Center of Dane County, 608-240-7400. And yes, falls are Wisconsin has the nation's highest rate of deadly falls among older adults. We got to break that statistic. We want to be first in a lot of things, not in that stat, right? So practice home or fall prevention, home safety evaluation, stepping on classes. There's so many great resources out there. I certainly encourage you to take advantage of it. I can tell you when I ran on the ambulance, the most calls I went to was falls among anything else. And that didn't matter from older to younger. Falls happen. And we want to make sure that you stay safe. All right, speaking of falls, don't fall for this romantic scam. Yeah, the romance scam. Yeah, we don't want you to fall for it. This is DATCP's Valentine's to you, right? Watch for these signs to avoid online scammers using romance as a lure. Do not send money, gift cards, or invest in cryptocurrency with someone you have met online. Not a good idea. Yeah. And if you are targeted, stop communicating immediately. Call your bank and make sure that if you sent money to stop it. Report the scammer to the dating site and connect the Bureau of Consumer Protection, or report it to DATCP. And they'll help you out with these things. But yes, don't let love get in the way of getting scammed. That's all I'm saying. Also, stop the spread the love, not COVID-19 this Valentine's Day. That's right. Make sure you get boosted if you haven't already, and just stay healthy. I have immunity to COVID-19, but not to your charm. Andrew, that is exactly the one I wanted to give you. 5-day isolation makes the heart grow fonder. And finally, you have beautiful eyes, and the rest is a mystery. Oh, man. Lovely. All right, moving on. It's not too late to obtain a voter ID for voting in the upcoming election. There's a spring primary coming up. We don't have one here in Fitchburg, so you don't have to worry about it. But that doesn't mean you still can't get your ID. That's right. And here's what it says. Voters who don't already have a Wisconsin driver's license, ID, or other form of ID needed to vote can still get Wisconsin ID from Wisconsin Department of Transportation. That's the DMV. The Wisconsin Elections Commission website explains the options for IDs. There are no separate voter ID and federal compliant. Real ID cards are not required for the voting purpose. It's just another form of an ID. So you can go to their website. That's DMV to learn more. There's also a hotline that you can call as well, and that's 1-844-588-1069 if you want to learn more. And of course, as Andrew does each and every day when we post the headlines up, he'll share you the link where we got the story, and that takes you right to the DMV's website. Get your questions answered. All right, I'm gonna go steal that whistle from my son, so we got to take a break. Coming up next, we're gonna talk about Valentine's. That's right, love's in the air. We'll tell you a little bit about it next right here on TF.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantore here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Well, welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. In the love segment, our Valentine's Day special. In fact, I think we've done a Valentine's thing every single year, maybe a little bit last year. But this year, we got to return to something. Now, we've done the cards thing, and my wife made those killer cards the one year, which were still the funniest things ever. You have to go back and watch that in the things. Hey, that lovely voice is Andrew Bamlett.
Hello.
The love expert, we call him. And
No.
he's got some messages here for you. All right, Andrew, you had fun putting this, I'm sure, putting this together, and you're also probably asking me how and why.
There's a lot.
But this is how this segment's going to break down, okay?
Yep.
Get your notebooks out. So we're gonna give you some Valentine's Day messages, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to give you tonight, something to do with the family tonight. You're looking for, you exchange cards, you had some dinner. We're going to give you some ideas for the family to do tonight. Also, for you couples, we got some ideas for you. And if you're single tonight on Valentine's Day, that's okay. It's okay to be single. We've got some ideas for you to make it just a little bit easier, because it is just another day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just another day. And finally, we do have the survival guide, what to do if you forgot about Valentine's Day, which I think is a riot. But let's get to the messages, Andrew.
Yes.
Andrew, if I was going to pick one today, I told you already, it comes from Dr. Seuss, which is probably further down in the line here.
Mm-hmm.
But these are some funny, great messages out there. This one, though, I like. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. Dr. Seuss said that.
Boom.
Boom. If that doesn't say Valentine's Day, I don't know what will. I'm using that line tonight for my wife. So she doesn't know this because she never watches the show, so I don't have to worry about this. But she'll be able to tell me. Unless she watches tonight, then I blew it. But Andrew, do you got one on the list here of
sure. I'll do
good ones?
I mean, come on, I got to do Braveheart. I will love you my whole life, you and no other.
Aww. I feel the romance in that one. In fact, my wife's song, your song, is our song. Hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Boom.
Doesn't sound as good as Elton John. I kind of want to sing it, but if I sing it, I'll blow it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
All right. Well, there's some messages for you. You got our top favorites. Dr. Seuss, if you can't turn to him for anything else but love, then so be it. All right, 12 fun ways to celebrate Valentine's Day as a family.
Yeah.
And these are good ones here. I think they're easy ones. So a lot of it, this is chocolate based because it's from a chocolate website, which Okay, so I was looking up chocolate. We'll admit that. But Andrew, I see one on here right away. Hosting a game night tonight.
Oh, yeah. Woo!
Nothing says love like yelling at your loved ones.
Nothing says love like a good game of Risk. Or Monopoly. And then you're at each
Monopoly,
other's throats.
Shoots and Ladders. You got it.
Yeah.
I like make the special chocolate dessert. You could come up with
that's a
that.
good one. Or
Explore the outdoors.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. The weather is still going to be cold tonight, but you could brave it if you want.
Another good one for tonight, relax with movie night.
Not a bad, on a Monday night, too.
Yeah, movie
Not
night.
a bad idea.
Yeah.
You're just getting home, you're watching this at 6 o'clock, you know, you're like, hey, what should I do tonight? I like this. Go on a virtual family vacation.
Yeah. Or if you're really daring, let the kids pick.
I think that's a good one.
It is a good one.
I think that's something.
Depending on the age of your kids, you'll get a varying difference of, what they want to do.
And in the notes on this one, it says the key to this one year is to fully embrace and partake in whatever they choose.
Yes. Yep. Make it about them.
Yeah, these are some good ones. But yeah, plant the seeds of love. Yeah, you can plant a tree in your house today and hope that it grows. Move it to the outside. Some good ones there. All right, how about you couples? We can't leave you out. You're looking for ideas to celebrate. Turn your bathroom into a spa. I feel like I'd just be in trouble for doing that.
Right?
Guess what? You're going to the spa in the bathroom.
Right here in our own home.
You're like, wait, what? I can't get away? Well, I'm taking the kids away. You can make it. It's in the bathroom. Just go make it, and then I'll keep the kids away. Take a surprise vacation day. That's a good one. I think that's a good one.
That is a good one.
You could even put that in the card tonight and say, I'm going to, surprise you with a day someday. Because, it's a little late now, but not a bad one. Highlight what you love about each other. Ooh,
that's a good one.
Emotional. Yeah. Learn something new. That, I think, is interesting. Like, maybe you've never cooked dessert together or made rice together. I don't know. I don't know why it has to be cooking, but there's where I'm at.
What about a themed dinner? I like that one, too. A themed dinner.
Themed dinner.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. I would bet. We used to watch The Simpsons all the time, so I'd try to find something from The Simpsons, go that route.
Make a
totally way off topic,
dinner.
But
that'd be funny. There you go.
All right, well, include donuts, so that's all I'm saying. Moving on. All right, so maybe you're alone. That's okay. It's okay to be single on Valentine's Day. It's one day. We've all been there. It's okay. Go to a movie. If you feel comfortable with that. Get out of town. That's not a bad one. Just leave. There's nothing better about that. I like this one. Cook a romantic dinner for your parents. Pretty smart idea there.
That's good.
I
think my favorite,
Oof,
have a Sex in the City marathon. I mean, can't go wrong. And this is from brides.com, by the way, so just for context.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Well, I think you could.
Why not?
I think anybody could take up this one, right?
Oh, sure.
These aren't bad ones. I like that. Go to a comedy show. Go to your favorite bar. I don't know about that one. That doesn't sound like the best plan in the world.
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe
Stay
if
off
you're gonna
social
meet
media.
friends.
That's good too.
Stay off social media. Best one yet. Buy yourself flowers. That's a good one. I think that's a really good one.
Yep.
But either way, there's some good stuff there. All right. Now for you folks who are just realizing it's Valentine's Day. I don't know how it's possible. I don't know how you did it. I'm not going to say I didn't do this once, but here we go. We got you covered. Andrew and I always care about you. So this one.
First, beg for forgiveness and formally promise you're going to make it up to them. Come on, that's right off the top. I love it.
Make your own desserts. I would just say make dessert. You might want to start with that. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Plan an unconventional Valentine's Day date. Not a bad thing.
Right.
There's always next weekend.
And there's always next weekend. You can go out on the weekend.
Well, we're going to go out on the weekend. It's Monday.
Well, it's a
we
Monday.
Can't really celebrate
it's hard,
it.
know. And,
I want to do something different. So I thought Monday would work.
Yep.
All last-minute excuses. All right. Check out the last-minute delivery services. Not a bad idea, folks. You're middle of the workday. Although, again, you're watching this late, but you could deliver it tomorrow. You could set it up that flowers show up tomorrorow. Now everybody's going to pick on the person, your loved one for that potentially. So think it through.
Get it the
but
next
you
day.
still could surprise them. I mean,
absolutely.
That's not the worst thing. I think
go.
they should just add a bonus one on here, Andrew. There's
Yeah.
always next year. And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Andrew and I are no love experts. We're just trying, just like you, each and every day. But some good ideas. Nevertheless. Blew it on Valentine's Day. It's okay. Well, Andrew, you have my heart, and I'm not giving you mine. We'll take a quick break. More to come, including we're going to talk about Kimberly's update from the Fitchburg Star on a council recap next, right here on TF.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Star, our star, Kimberly. Kimberly, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. Thank you.
I just love having you on the show and embarrassing you every single time. So it's worth every penny. And we got a lot to talk about today for a council recap. And you're still crossing into my territory with COVID-19 update. But it's for good reason, as numbers are going down. And you're going to make us really happy. Tell us some updates there.
Try.
You're going to try.
I'm going to try. So we'll start with council. So you might remember if you watched this last Talking Fitchburg with me, we talked a little bit about how they were doing or they were considering renaming City Hall for former Mayor Francis Huntley Cooper. Alders during the committee of the whole meeting were kind of in two camps where either they were in support of it or they were against it, not because of Frances herself, but because they were unsure about naming any sort of city entity for a specific person outside of parks or things like that. So we can actually now expect a resolution to come forward that would prohibit the naming of city buildings such as City Hall and the police and fire stations after a specific person. That will likely come forward from Alder Jim Wheeler. I don't have a timeline for when that'll come forward, but we can expect that. So really his main reasoning is that he doesn't feel a singular person should be elevated above democracy. So that's kind of the reasoning there. And it sounds like they're talking about other ways to honor Frances's contributions to the community that might not necessarily involve naming City Hall. So the conversation around whether to name something in the city or City Hall after Frances is not necessarily a dead topic, but know that a competing topic will also come forward on that. So that's about all I've got for you. I wish I had more, but it's something to look out for in the next few weeks.
Sounds good. We'll keep an eye on it. And so will you. You also have the new apartment complex to talk about, and it's not the one you talked about last time.
I know. So I'm going to preclude this by saying nothing is set in stone with an apartment complex until you get that thing literally opened and ready to go and rented to people. So don't take what I'm about to say here as like this is the final decision, because it's not. So but Plan Commission is going to discuss or it's planning to discuss a 178 unit apartment complex on Traceway Drive. And so to paint the picture for you a little bit, it's right across from the Highline Senior Apartments and would be right next to the hub. So that area is not going to be taking, or that development would not be taking over for the area that the hub is going to be planned for, but would be directly adjacent to it. So it's more showing that there is more and more apartment development coming to that North Fish Hatchery Road. They've been looking at this for some time, back in like the early 2000s, before the recession. In 2019, they refreshed the North Fish Hatchery Road planning, where they outlined areas that could be open for redevelopment. And this area was one of them. So it feels like there's a lot of redeveloping happening on Fish Hatchery Road. And if you feel that way, that's why. So this still has to go through Plan Commission for the initial zoning, and we'll come back to Plan Commission and Council multiple times before this actually gets built. So just putting it on people's radar that this is a big project that is expected to go through city processes relatively soon. So, and it's going on kind of at the same time as another 170 unit apartment complex that would be on the other side of North Fish Hatchery Road, more towards the credit union and Index Road. So within a few years, we could have another, so that's math, oh my goodness, 348 apartment units on Fish Hatchery Road. I feel like I deserve a gold star for doing math in my head. You got one of those available, Jeremy?
No, not gonna do it. Never. That's one thing you don't do on TV, is you don't do math live ever, because then you get yourself into this trouble. So that's okay. We'll teach you how to do some of that work down the road. You can follow up on the progress of those meetings, though, as you had mentioned, as it works through the progress here through the city's website. Madison Metro contract. There was an update on kind of what will be happening this year.
Yeah, so people will still have access to Madison Metro. That is the baseline. But there are some changes to the contract that change how cities like Fitchburg and some of the other partner cities that also contract with Madison Metro, such as Verona and Sun Prairie, also deal with their contracts. So one of the big ones is that there is a service floor that has been established where, whether those hours are used or not, the city of Fitchburg is still going to, you have to be billed for and pay for 90% of its hours. An important thing to note, though, is that floor hour, or that hour floor, we are having a really hard time with words today, Jeremy. That sucks.
That's every day for me. Don't worry.
It's every day.
You're fine.
But so that floor that is established is based off of 2019 numbers. So the pandemic has decreased ridership for Madison Metro for Fitchburg stops by somewhere between a third and sometimes half of what it was pre-pandemic. So if you want to ride the bus, don't feel guilty about it, because Fitchburg will need to use those hours and will be billed for those hours no matter what. So there's also a very financially nerdy thing stuck in this contract that will help stabilize costs for Madison Metro, where the city of Fitchburg will be expected to start with 90% of the costs in a bank account, and it has to keep a certain amount of money in there to stabilize ride costs. And if the city of Fitchburg at any time wanted to pull out of this contract, any money you would have in this account would get dispersed elsewhere. So kind of keeping the city in this contract is both in the benefit of Madison Metro and the city of Fitchburg in that sense. So,
Jeesh.
I know.
It's a lot of information, and it was explained through council, and we're glad you broke it down, because it's complex, but it's the contract.
I'm sure people at the city council meeting explained it much better. So Jeremy, just throw a link down there for the council meeting, and people can actually watch that.
Hey,
So,
no, that's why we have you here to break it down for us. We appreciate it. Finally, COVID-19 update. We continue to see the numbers go down statewide in Dane County. In fact, today we were hearing that the numbers in Dane County going down, and vaccination rate in that 60%.
yeah. So what was it? 4 weeks ago, I came on your show and I was like, oh my God, cases are so high. There are 1,200 new cases of COVID this week. Please keep yourself safe. Gave my mother spiel to make sure everyone was safe. Whether people listened to me or not, I hope you did. If you didn't, I'll never know. But there are only 50 new cases this week in comparison to that 1,200. So that the frame of time I'm looking at is Monday to Friday. So it doesn't include the weekend cases. But that is far better than where we were at 4 weeks ago. So just wanted to bring some positive news. Hospitalizations are down from their high somewhere in the range of 90 patients to 100 patients. So that's also really good. It's something we want to see. And I know you're going to hate this, Jeremy. I know you're going to hate this, but Madison Metropolitan Sewage District numbers are also either stabilizing or going down. They are showing a moderate decrease. So,
at the back of my mind, by the way, I'm thinking, should I ask you the question about the Madison Sewer District? But I wasn't going to, but there you go, right down the tubes. So at that, we're going to go ahead and put a pin in that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for the update. And if people want to find out more about some of the stuff you're working on, where can they do that?
Yeah, you can go to fitchburgstar.com. We update that weekly with stories from government, stories from schools, stories from sports. So it's always a great place to go to find your local and a little bit more of regional news, since, we got 3 school districts here. So
darn right we do. And we love every penny of it. Thank you so much for your time, Kimberly. Appreciate it as always. Stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you now in a couple weeks.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show for the day. This young man right here, this is Carson, and he wants to say, can you say Happy Valentine's Day? No, you're just going to stick your tongue out? Well, you do have love on your shirt, so that's a thing right there. Hey, we want to thank Kimberly from the Fitchburg Star for helping us out with the council update, and Andrew and I and the love experts. Yeah, I don't know. Take it or leave it. But happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We'll see you back tomorrow.